All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Kol Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Shalom to you sincere Akim out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, Adawan Ratazah, this will be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go into Rakah Kwadash. And it's going to be super, super quick. Um, King Taco, King Taco, a.k.a. Mr. Wayne Brady, the Great White Pope, is through. Babylon the Great, I think I'm gonna call this one King Taco Amerithrough. Something like, I'll play with the title. Yeah, America. This place is Amerithrough. Okay? And I had reposted Lisa Cabrera. I was watching it. And I'll leave this link in the description. I already reposted Lisa Cabrera. She was going into it. But basically, that big-ass parade that he was bragging and boasting about for his birthday military parade, was an epic failure, okay? This place, Amerithrough, this place is through. They were saying he fell asleep at the damn parade. It was so goddamn boring. Nobody turned out, you know? This place is through, and it's beautiful to behold. Beautiful times that we're living in, amongst all the other chaos that's ramping up, you know? Beautiful times to be alive, man. Yapa times for the hopeful elect, horrific times for the rest of you. So you already get the idea. Again, I'll leave the link in the description. Parade is a failure. Trump is inconsolable. Okay, Trump parade turns into disaster as no one shows up. He was tweeting out all late night tweets. He was through, man. He was through. This place is through. Amerithrough. King Taco's through. Okay, so I just got a couple precepts that was in my mind. Let's start with Isaiah 24. I'm going to jump around from the KJV to the NLT. I'm going to stay in the KJV pretty much. But I'll start, I hit a little bit of NLT. So Isaiah 24, again, real quick. Beautiful times, man. Just a couple scriptures was in my mind as I was watching that debacle, that disaster. This place is through. I didn't even mention they were showing the soldiers marching. They were all out of sync. This place is through, man. They were comparing it to like all these other countries. That's the worst parade I've ever seen, man. You see them marching better at ROTC. You know what I'm saying? If you for you that don't know, they got like a program in high school for the kids that want to go to the military. They practice marching a lot, because marching is a big thing in the military. It shows coordination. It shows everybody's on one accord. That shit was horrific, man. Oh, beautiful times. As you can see, the blue letter titles it Judgment on the Earth, Destruction of the Earth, which we know the whole earth is not going to be destroyed. Only certain parts of the earth. Okay, the whole earth is not going to blow up like the Death Star. Okay, the chief place of destruction is going to be America, Babylon the Great. She's going to be burnt with fire, completely engulfed in flames. Okay, that's the lake of fire. The second death. America's judgment. Babylon the Great's judgment. This whore is about to be burnt with fire. And what's going to do that? Intercontinental ballistic missiles and hypersonic missiles. Okay? From all these nations that have nuclear capability. Okay, so again, the whole earth is not going to be destroyed. The two major, other places are going to get rocked too, but the two primary places that are going to be completely destroyed, flattened, made desolate is, again, America, Babylon the Great, and that so-called Holy Land, quotation marks, over there in Stink City. We in beautiful times, man. Oh, man. Yeah, America and Israel is going to be completely flattened. Okay, the only difference is Israel is going to be built up again, beautified again. We're going to go back in that land that was promised to us, to our forefathers, and to their seed forever. But America shall never be inhabited again. Okay. So anyway, but other places gonna get rocked too. But again, those are the two main places that are gonna be completely made desolate. So let's go. Isaiah 24:1. Behold, look, the Lord Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And then you could read, I'm going to just skip around. We already know. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, etc., etc. Everybody's about to be judged, is what it's going into. Okay? Nobody's going to escape this judgment except for the hopeful elect. Okay? So, jump down to verse 3. The land shall be utterly emptied. The land is talking about primarily America. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. This is also what I wanted. The main point is in verse 4 and I believe 8. Yeah, 4 and 8 is the main points for this lesson. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. Okay? And that's the times that we're living in. These people are languishing. The earth is languishing. The earth isn't yielding its strength, as it's going to go into in verse 5. Why? Because of this devil. Okay, this devil is he's the problem in the earth. He's destroying the earth, man. Okay? He's the great Shaitan. He's adverse to creation. Okay? That's why he's got to be taken out of the way. I'll read it in the NLT verse 4. The earth mourns and dries up, and the crops waste and wither. Even the greatest people on earth waste away. This man is destroying his own self. Okay? So it says the earth also, this is why, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Who's in the power seat? Sleazy E. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He got all the resources. He got all the time, all the money. You know? He got all the means to make everything right side up. How do you make everything right side up? By enforcing the laws that you so-called believe on. You said you're a God-fearing nation, in God you trust. So why don't you enforce God's laws in the land, in the earth? No, instead he transgresses all the laws. He breaks all the laws. He don't practice the land Sabbath. He's eating all type of unlawful foods. You know? He's oppressing the people. This man, he's the problem. Creating genetically modified organisms. I could be here all day, man. Spraying chemtrails, polluting the water, the ocean with his goddamn factories and shit. Okay? His chariots, the modern chariot is just a rolling fucking cesspool. Putting out all type of toxins. Why the fuck you think you need a catalytic converter? I'll be here all day, man. This man is a problem because he don't enforce the laws. He's a hypocrite. He's that hypocritical nation. It applied to us in the past, but now it applies to this goddamn devil. I'm kind of get angry just going. Anyway, the earth also is that's what we're looking for. New heavens and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. This ain't it, man. This ain't life. This ain't living. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. I'll read verse 5. The earth suffers for the sins of its people, for they have twisted God's instructions, violated his laws, and broken his everlasting covenant. He don't practice the year of Jubilee. He don't free his slaves. This man's a demon. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. And that's twofold. The curse of the earth is this damn devil, Esau, Edom, Sleazy E. But also that the plague that's about to go over the earth. Those missiles, the Lord's arrows. Twofold. So it says, the new wine mourneth. We got the new wine. New as in refreshed. Okay? We're being brought back to remembrance. And what are we out there doing? We're mourning. We're sighing and crying for all the abominations done therein. We're complaining. pleading unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to avenge us, to redeem us speedily. Okay? The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. That's the times that we're living in. As it says in verse 8, the mirth of Tabrith ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. That's what I wanted, the main point. Okay? That parade was dead, as it said. It was an epic failure. Midas Touch host Ben, however you say his name, Salakia, reports on Donald Trump's parade becoming a massive disaster as no one showed up. Again, watch the clip. I'll leave it in the link. Lisa Cabrera, she was showing a whole bunch of clips. They were making mockery of the shit. A massive disaster as no one showed up, and Donald Trump was inconsolable and almost cried because it was so embarrassing and boring. J.D. Vance was bored out of his goddamn. This place is through. This place is through. It's a former shell of itself. Okay, again, the mirth of the Tabrith ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice, and it was dead. You heard the damn squeaky ass tanks. The tank was riding by. It was quiet. They had all them damn guardrails and shit. You know, the metal rails. For what? Nobody was there. I seen more people turn out to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, man. I see more people at the Disney parade every goddamn night. You know, downtown Disney or whatever. This place is through. King Taco, America through. It says in the NLT, the cheerful sound of tambourines is stilled. The happy cries of celebration are heard no more, because reality's setting in. That pressure is starting to take hold. Pressure from above, pressure from below. It's busting pipes. People on their last straw, their last leg. Okay? Drowning in debt. Don't know if they're going to have a job on Monday. You know? Don't know how they're going to pay the bill. Ends are meeting. Everything going up. Gas about to go through the roof. Looking like we about to, which we already know it's inevitable. Okay? This third world's war is going to get hot and heavy. These people through. They tapped out. Protests all over the goddamn place. Their health is declining. They watching their pensions collapse. Their shares are plummeting. These people through. They tread in water, but they about to drown. So it says, the melodious chords of the harp are silent. And again, that parade is a prime example. Okay? An epic failure. This squeaky ass tank. You fucking you can't even march in unison. You through. What they call it? The patriotism is at an all-time low. Verse 9, they shall not drink wine with the song, strong drink shall be bitter to them. I'll read it in the NLT. Gone, this is the times that we're living in. Places through, America through. Gone are the joys of wine and song. Alcoholic drink turns bitter in the mouth. Yeah, that strong liquor ain't even doing its job no more. Okay? The city of confusion is broken down. We in that time. America looks like a goddamn third world nation. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. And we heading into that time all over again. You saw a precursor of that during the lockdown. Okay? People losing their goddamn minds. You saw what happened with the lawmakers. They just caught that guy, that Edomite. He just unalived a bunch of lawmakers, you know, and what was that minute? I forget, Missouri, Minnesota, I forget where it was. Okay? This is the time that we're living in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. For that new wine, you're gonna be looking for answers. You're gonna be looking for real answers. Okay? But you ain't gonna find them, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai gonna lock this truth down. The famine of the word is gonna commence. He's gonna withdraw his men. It's gonna be no more mercy. Judgment is gonna commence. Evil and only evil is gonna be out there. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Okay? I'll read verse 11. Mobs gather in the streets. We in them times, man. Sedition in the streets. Okay? Nation shall rise against nation. We in them times, man. We in beautiful times. Mobs gather in the streets, crying out for wine, for answers. Joy has turned to gloom. Gladness has been banished from the land. Woo, we in beautiful times, man. Beautiful times. I go to Baruch, a couple more and I close out. One of my favorite precepts. I love Baruch 4. Just run through it. Baruch 4, I start at 30. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, and we're a people before a place. We say it over and over again. And we're scattered amongst the four corners of the earth, mingled amongst the heathen, right? But the bulk of us are in the Americas, chiefly the good US of A, Amerithrough. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem. Or what did it say? Judah and Israel will oppress together in the land of the north. Okay? America is this great scene of destruction. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. We're being comforted right now with the Rakah Quadash, the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit allows us to see that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is making good on his promise. Everything he said would happen is coming to pass. We're rejoicing at seeing the downfall of our enemy. Miserable are they that afflicted thee. These people going through it. Primarily these Edomites, these heathens. Miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoiced at thy fall. Miserable are their city. It was a miserable parade, man. Nobody wanted to be there, including the man of the hour himself, King Taco. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride, read Obadiah, okay, the pride of his heart have deceived him, his terribleness have deceived him, okay. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her, because it's talking about Babylon the Great, okay. For I will, the daughter of the Chaldeans, for I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall, this whore, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. She about to be burnt with fire. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, long suffering. And she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. America. They took our jobs. They took our land. America's through. You Babylonians are through. You Edomites are through. You heathens are through. And wrap it up. Two more. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter Babylon. Again, that her, talking about this whore. America. Amerithrough. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. All synonymous for America. And what were the Chaldeans known for? Their witchcraft, their sorcery. Okay? Just like Babylon the Great. But it ain't working no more. There's no enchantment against Jacob. We waking up to the truth, baby, to reality. And it's good. It's beautiful to behold. Good news. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin. You ain't gonna build back better. You ain't gonna make America great again. Ain't no fucking golden age. This place is through. Come down and sit and put a fork in her. She's well done. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter Babylon, a low estate. Okay? Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. Why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? You ain't got next. We got next, Jack. Esau's the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All you got to look forward to is 1,000 years of hardcore bondage, slavery. And then a nice big Obadiah 1:18, nice big bonfire for your red ass. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. This ain't the place to be no more. America ain't popping no more. Okay? America is looking like a third world nation more and more each day that passes. It's a former shadow of itself. The good years are long and gone, and they ain't coming back. Happy days ain't here no more. Okay? The Leave It to Beaver era been done and over with. You know? The Brady Bunch days, them times are long and gone. Take the millstones, again, all you got to look forward to is 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, you goddamn deep devils. Take the millstone and grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen, all your wickedness. Okay? The receipts are sky high, and it's shameful. You looking shameful. It's embarrassing. You looking embarrassed, man. Embarrassing, man. You get everything. You got to renege on everything you say. King Taco, you always checking it out. Always reversing, backpedaling. Your military's weak. Okay? You know, this place is through. This place is in shambles. Your dollar's weak. You're losing your hegemony. These nations looking at you sideways. You can't even throw a goddamn parade for your goddamn birthday. Place is through. Thy shame shall be seen. And what's really the shame that's on you? What's really the biggest black eye that you got? What you did to the apple of the Lord's eye, what you did to the tribes. You can't wash it away. You can't whitewash it. You can't redact it. You can't omit it out of history. You can't get rid of it. It's a stain on you. Okay? And a recompense is coming. I will take vengeance. Yahushua HaMashiach is on his way, the destroyer of the Gentiles. And he's angry. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. He ain't coming lowly on a donkey this time. He coming in his full strength with all the angels, man. He finna pull up, and he finna catch wreck. As for our Redeemer, our possessive ownership, this Bible is FUBU, for us, by us. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Lord of armies. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is his name. The Holy One of Israel. Yasharallah, you tribes. Holy means separate. Okay, we're his peculiar treasure. We're above all nations, man. You tribes, you so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Latinos, Hispanics, North American Seminole Indians. You are the Lord's chosen people. Yasharallah, the princes of the power. Okay? And the Israelites that are scattered abroad, mingled amongst the heathens. That may look like some of the heathens, but your seed, your lineage, according to your father, goes back to one of the 12 tribes. Okay? You are the Lord's chosen people. You are the ones who Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, we're the ones Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is coming to save and deliver from our enemies, from the oppressor, from the bloody and violent man. Close out here. And we in this time, baby. Beautiful times to be alive. Jeremiah 50, the main point is in 23. And we know the ham of the earth is talking about America. America. Jeremiah 50 and 20. In those days, we're in this time. We're in this time, baby. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none. He's going to forgive us. He's going to pardon us, as it says. He's going to wipe away our tears. Okay? And of northern and southern kingdom. And that's your worst nightmare. That's why you've been putting the bottle to us. Accusing us day and night. You know? But he will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai does not change. The same today, yesterday, and forever. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none. And the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found. For I will pardon them whom I reserve. A remnant of Yasharallah. We're going to be found blameless. Go up against the land of Merathaim even against it and against the inhabitants of Pekod, waste and utterly destroy after them, saith the Lord Yahweh, and do according to all that I have commanded thee. A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? We're seeing it. How? How? You thought this day would never come. Okay, you thought America would never fall. But guess what? It's falling like lightning. And how Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is doing it. He's mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, causing Egypt to err in every work thereof. They're staggering like a drunken man staggereth in their vomit. I have laid a snare. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is a jinn. He set the trap for you. He set you up. Going way back to Isaac, when he blessed you with the sword and the fatness of the earth. He didn't tell you the latter end of that, that blessing, okay, was the judgment. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon. Yeah, you thought it was your manifest destiny. Go west, young man, conquer. It's the Monroe Doctrine. We got to civilize these savages, It was your destiny, but you failed to acknowledge the latter end of it. Okay? What you sow shall you reap. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord Yahweh. I will go to the north and sit upon the stars in the count. I botched it. I'm botching it, but you know it. I will go to the north and sit upon the stars in roughly paraphrasing, the congregation of the north. I botched it up, but you know it. Okay? You fucked up when you put your hands on us. The Lord Yahweh hath opened, he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. The Lord Yahweh hath opened his armory. He's the Lord of hosts. Okay, the Lord of armies. Part of his army are the missiles. He got the angels, he got man, he got the weather, he got the animals, he got Yasharallah. Okay? And he finna empty it all on your ass. He finna empty the clip on you. The Lord Yahweh hath opened his armory and brought forth the weapons of his indignation, those ICBMs. It's inevitable. They coming. They on their way. For this is the work of the Lord, the Lord of hosts. This is the work of the Lord Adawan Yahweh of hosts, the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, in the land of the Chaldeans, America. Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. And this day is quickly coming to pass. This day is quickly approaching. So you ain't seen nothing yet. Things only going to continue to get worse from here. Things are about to spiral out of control. And it's beautiful to behold. Shalom. Keep watching, keep praying, keep fighting, keep pushing. We're close. Victory is nigh. You can taste it. And it tastes sweet. Shalom. Wa abad babal. Kwam yasharallah.